Good morning, everybody. It's me, Paddy from across the Shuck, again with a new offering this morning. It's a new offering to me. Well, not I'm telling a lie, actually. It's a knife I've had for quite a long time. I just haven't got around to reviewing it. It's a Y start, and it's a Jin02, which is Jin02 knife. I have to say, this is probably one of my favourite budget knives. At the minute, I went on and checked this morning. It's about $15 delivered from GearBest, and that's where I got mine from, which was around a few months ago now. I have to say, I've not put this through any hard work, but I put it through household work, if you like, and it stood up to everything. I'll give you the dimensions first, and then we'll have a walk around the knife. It's an axis lock. Now, some people have said that it's bearings, but I haven't seen anybody taking it apart, and I haven't taken this apart myself. So I'm not sure whether with this here, it looks like there's bearings, but there's also two phosphor bronze washers either side of it that are quite thick. So what I will show you later on is just how fluid the opening and closing is in this knife. It's amazing. So its length, it's about 20 centimeters long, which is 7¾ inches. The blade length is about 3¼ which is 8.2 centimeters, and the weight is 4.4 ounces. And they say on their product weight 130. I'm getting it about 125.5 grams, but there we go. It's measured out. It's 4.4 ounces in my scale. I'll go by that. It seems to be pretty good, my scale. So what I'll do is I'll give you a little walk around the knife. In fact, what I'll do first, I'll let you see something. Here's my Delica, just to give you for instance. There's the Delica beside it. And the Delica's blade is, well, the blade length's still a bit short. It's a good size wee knife. I would say this knife is for somebody with medium to large hands. If you have very large hands and above, don't buy this knife. It's too conformed. I would say medium to large, and you don't want to be a big large. We'll talk about that in a minute once we take a walk around the knife. So there's the Delica. There's the Jin02, which is a bit of a bigger knife. And then just to bring the scale back down, there's my little Swiss Army knife. So it's letting you see what sort of size a knife it is. About a medium work knife. And I'll have to say, it's D2 steel, they claim. And to be honest, so far I have no real reason to doubt them. It's done everything I've asked of it. It has kept it sharp. I've only stropped it. I've never said that. I've never done any hard work, but I've only ever stropped it when it's done work, cutting cardboard over, and it comes back to a razor sharp edge. So I'll just take the word to this D2. It's working good for me. So there we go. Now I'll give you a little walk around the knife. It's a lovely blade shape. It's a full flat grind, and there's a lovely grind on the blade itself. I don't know where you can see that. There's a lovely grind on it. There's the lock pin there, and you've either or thumb studs and the access lock here. Oh, I'm just nearly, and I'll cut my finger. I'm telling you, it's sharp. I say this here, some people are saying that it's ball bearings inside. I really don't. I haven't taken it apart yet, which is a shame. I should really do it and find out. In fact, I will at a later date and let you know. But there's two bronze phosphorus washers there, and I say I'm going to show you something in a minute that for a budget knife I find amazing. Inside you'll see, yep, you can see there that it's well and truly cut out. The liners are well cut out to cut down the weight. The weight of it, as I say, was about 4.5 ounces, say, which is all right. You know, it's all right for its size. It's only a medium-sized knife. So it's a little bit heavy if you want to go that way. But can I tell you that the whole surround of this knife, the fit and finish, is all chamfered round the outside with a G10. And the inside, it's all soft. There's not one sharp edge. And for a $15 knife, the fit and finish is absolutely amazing. The pocket clip, look at that pocket clip. There's two standoffs. And the pocket clip. This is probably one of the most comfortable knives I can carry in my pocket. I'd actually use this about the home quite a lot, because when it goes in the pocket, this rounded the end of the knife round, it sits in my pocket like that, and my hand goes down past it. You never feel it. It tucks in, the whole knife just tucks in the side, and this supports it really, really well. But this is what I want to show you. This is a budget knife. Now, I've seen there's Ganzos that have axis locks and things like that. Benchmade is the Benchmade for it's what axis locks are for. But I've still never seen a budget knife react exactly as a Benchmade does. Just watch this. I'll just let this go. Look at that. It's completely free swinging once you take that axis off, which makes me think that there is bearings. It is completely free. It opens and closes. I don't have to do it. You hear it bouncing off there. It opens absolutely lovely. It really is a high quality, cheap budget knife. What else can I tell you about this knife? What I can tell you is go and buy one. Now, I'm going to say this. I've watched a couple of reviews. I think it was, I've forgotten the blooming name of the fella. And he bought his, and when the blade was closed, it was very close to the end of his knife, and he was catching his finger on it, and he had to readjust it himself. I can't reach mine, if you can see. I can push the fat of my finger in and still can't reach it at all. So I don't know whether he just got a bad one or I've been lucky. Look at the blade centering on that there. That is absolutely perfect. Blade centering perfect. It cuts a dream. It's I think it's 2.6, the width of the blade, but that full fat grind just cuts a dream, especially cardboard boxes, absolutely straight through them. But for me, the fit and finish for a $15 knife is amazing. I would have no troubles recommending this. And I'm saying that with a proviso that a couple of people have said that their blades were a little bit longer. But for that price, to be honest, I'd grind it down myself. You know, I would just take a wee bit off it myself because it's such a good knife. It's D2, they say steel. I'm not going to say it is or it isn't, but to me, it's holding an edge really, really well. Haven't had to sharpen it. I've had this, I'm trying to think how long I've had it. It's probably about 4 months, and I've never had to sharpen it, never even close to sharpening it. I just would, after I've used it for a day, I'll stick it on the strop, and that's it. So I think that's a good bargain for $15. You know, what's the other option? If you can afford it, buy two and have spare parts if you do get a bad one. You know, for that price, for $30, this knife to me is worth $30. Definitely all day long worth $30 for the fit and finish and the ease of use. Never have I had a blade, you know, budget blade that's like that. It just fires out and sucks itself back in at the end. So, short and sweet, folks, it is just a cheap knife. It is a budget knife, but to be honest with you, it's a great value knife. I highly recommend it. As I say, I hope that it's not just me that had the really good one. But just check due diligence before you buy. Have a check on YouTube and see what you think. To me, it's a buy all day long. If my blade was a little bit short, I would just file it down myself for that price because it's such a good knife. So there we go. That's it. I think I've repeated myself 3 or 4 times there. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for all your support. And we'll see you in the next one, which I think I'm actually going to do now on this knife, which is a Jin02. And I know a lot of people have had them and have reviewed them, but I haven't. And this was my first Ganzo that I ever got, and it was a knife, Bird 4 channel, or V1, whichever way you want to put it. They were showing them when I first started watching YouTube videos of knives. I ordered it on their say-so, and this has been a fantastic workhorse, absolutely fantastic. You'd hardly think there was a mark on it, but yet the amount of use I've had of this is great. So that'll be the next one, hopefully, unless things change, as they tend to do in my life. So take care, everybody. Bye. God bless you all.